Welcome as I take you to my sweet cookie journey. Today I want to share with you this cookie is inspired by Captain Marvel, which is the new movie that we're expecting, and I really wanted to do a cookie being inspired by that theme. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please bear with me that the pictures were a little dark as I was recording with one hand while decorating and making the cookies on the other. So to get started, these are the items that you will need. You will need certain items. Remember that I'm just showing you the steps how I did this cookie, so make sure that you do have the cookie already made in a circle shape, royal icing in white, red, and blue, piping bag or bottle, round cookies, a hard cookie cutter, and gold luster dust. The gold luster dust is optional. If you do use the gold luster dust, you could use lemon extract or vodka to mix that in so you could have this nice consistency. So let's just get started. Well, the first thing you do need is the cookie shape. It could be any circle. It could be really small or really big depending on the size that you desire. Now for step one, we're going to create the lines, and this is when the heart-shaped cookie cutter comes in. I love how precise it is, so you want to make sure that you create that perfect V line. So as you can see, I was using a bottle to use this technique. I'm loving this bottle. It comes with a coupler and with a tip. I'm going to provide that in the description box in case you're interested so you can learn more about it. So using that cookie cutter, I just lined it up. I lined up my cookies perfectly so that I'll know exactly where that cookie cutter is going to go, and so for me to be able to create that precise V line. But like I said, I'm sorry that the picture came out too dark, and I was just using one hand while decorating the cookies. So once you finish with step one, just make sure that you let them set so that way they're able to cool and you're able to pipe the other colors on top. Once you have all of the cookies done, you can start creating your royal icing in red and in blue. Once they were done, I was able to put them on these bottles as well, which made them so easy for me to start decorating. And this is the final look, and just let them cool. Now that they're cool, step two is add red royal icing. Just make sure that the royal icing, I'm putting it on top. I'm going based on the inspiration on her costume, and the red was on top. So with this bottle, you can see that it's really easy to use. Just pipe it around the border. Just make sure that your royal icing has a nice consistency, and don't worry about the gaps. Don't worry if it goes over. You could just use a toothpick or any type of item that is easy for you to kind of blend the royal icing to make sure that it looks very smooth. So this is a little bit of the items that are already done, and once you finish with applying the red food coloring, then we just let it cool, or right away you could just go now to step three. For the next step, I did it right away, which is adding the blue royal icing. This one will take a little bit longer because you will see it's taking more of the cookie, but it was really easy to do. You just start with the corners all around the cookie and around the V, and then just fill it in like I showed you for the red royal icing. Now that once that is dry, you're ready for step four, and that is making your fondant star or any shape that kind of like does look similar to the Captain Marvel costume. Roll out some fondant, color in yellow. I feel like yellow was a lot easier for me because I did apply some gold luster dust on top. Once that is set and drying, then you could add your gold luster dust on top. This is optional. You will see in the picture that there's some yellow ones drying, but then the one that it does have the gold on top, it was done in white, so you will see a big difference. So I feel like gold, doing it in yellow was the best option. So now that it's done and it's set, now we're ready to go to the next step, which is going over that white line. So if you did kind of messed up on the red and the blue, it doesn't have to be perfect, because right now you kind of cover and make sure that everything looks so separated and even. So this is your step five. Just add the white royal icing right on top of that V shape. If you would like to add a touch of gold to the white spots, the white lines, or even to the star, all you need is vodka and the gold luster. Mix it together. Make sure it has like a very soft consistency that is not runny at all. Use a very fine brush and apply that on top of the dry white royal icing, which actually is the spot that make it into like a V look. Just apply it and let it dry. Once that's dry, then you could also do the same thing to the star that we're going to apply in the middle. You could use the gold luster on top, or you could just leave it white. It's up to you, but since the costume does have that touch of gold, I felt like this really made it come together. Once that's dried, you continue on this step 6, is adding the star, and if you want, also add a little bit of that gold as well. So this is the final look. We are done. You will see in the picture a touch of sprinkles there. I actually did some DIY sprinkles. I'm gonna share that. I shared that in my blog. I'm gonna provide that in the link below. And you can follow me on social media as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this theme. And until the next video, bye.